Time now for Media Watch here on France 24, which I'm joined by Olivier Salazar-Winspear. Good evening to you, Olivier. Starting off with that small bit of news about Facebook friending the Nasdaq.
Friending the Nasdaq, indeed. Well, obviously it's been all over the papers, websites, radio, but the first place to look, of course, for this news was Facebook. I checked out Mark Zuckerberg's page here.
Are you friends with him?
I'm not friends with him. He's got so many friends. You can look at his page anyway. He's open. He's public. He listed Facebook on Nasdaq here. 419 people like that. Okay,
Gosh.
so that's not bad. Probably more people bought his shares. Obviously, like I say, the internet's been filled for weeks with analysis, business guides, how to buy your shares in Facebook. I'll leave that to the experts. But in terms of the internet reaction to Zuckerberg, it's turning a bit sour these days. I think people have had enough of hearing about how well he's doing and how wealthy he is. And there's a lot of bad press. Here we've got a blog, it's a joke blog report, the Borowitz blog here. And he pretends to write a letter from Mark Zuckerberg to his investors, his future investors, saying, explaining why they should invest, why Facebook's so great, but he ends up looking quite ridiculous. Let's take a look at some of the quotes from that letter. So how will Facebook be different from the bubble of the 2000s, the dot-com bubble? Well, for one thing, those bad dot-com stocks were all speculation and hype and weren't based on real businesses. Facebook, on the other hand, is based on a solid foundation of angry birds and imaginary sheep. And then he says, what will I do with the 18 billion I'm expected to earn from Facebook's IPO? Well, I'm considering buying Greece, but I'd still have 18 billion left over.
Poor Greeks.
Yeah. So the mood on the internet this afternoon was very much like, OK, we're bored of hearing about the business angle. Let's have some fun. The Huffington Post gives us a drinking game so that every time we hear a cliche on the Facebook IPO, we can drink a shot. Every time you see a headline that says, will the investors like Facebook, you can drink a shot. And if you're pushed for what to drink, you can try some of these cocktails as suggested by BuzzFeed, which is the Zucker Punch. You've got the Googleade, the Silicon Crush, Social Media Rita, etc. And Time actually rounded up all prominent figures who are sick of hearing about Facebook. You've got CNN giving you 5 reasons not to like Facebook. Huffington Post journalist listed his pet peeves as well. And a financial analyst actually laid into Mark Zuckerberg for wearing a hoodie, a kind of sweatshirt, in board meetings. He said it was disrespectful to his investors. Okay,
I'm going to add my name to that list and we're going to move on to... Well, I was reading your favourite paper, the UK tabloid, the Daily Mail, this morning.
Really?
They had a very interesting piece about the dress code in François Hollande's new cabinet, particularly for the ladies.
OK, well, going from hoodies, indeed, in board meetings, you've got now jeans in the Ministers' Council. So they've only been in their seats for a few hours, this new administration, and they're already in for criticism from the opposition. The lady in question is Cécile Duflot, the new housing minister. She wore a pair of jeans to the Ministers' Council on Thursday.
That's worse than a hoodie, I take it.
Well, apparently so. According to Nadine Morano, the older UMP, the former UMP minister, on RTL Radio, she said, I think that when you represent the French people, you have to differentiate between weekend wear and what you wear to the Ministers' Council, and people shouldn't get confused between these two different styles. The Huffington Post had photos. Obviously, I wanted to check out what Cécile Duflot looked like. I think she looks okay. She doesn't look too scruffy there in her jeans. However...
It's sort of smart casual, isn't it?
Smart cash, yeah, for her meeting. Roselyne Bachelot, actually, on Twitter, backed her up. She said that, this is not too bad. As long as the jeans are made in France, they're fine. But most of the tweets were more in the style of Valérie Pécresse, the former education minister, who said, I'm admittedly old-fashioned, but I just think that, it's very disrespectful in a minister's council.
I'm sure this will dominate the debate for the next 5 years. Very quickly, a little bit of creative graffiti on the streets of Hamburg.
Yes, I was really pleased to see this. I don't know if you've seen these H&M bikini adverts. They're pretty
I haven't, no.
graphic. And a guerrilla graffiti artist in Hamburg has decided to stick on a Photoshop toolbar to show everyone this is not real. This is not what ladies look like in bikinis. So girls, don't worry if your H&M bikini doesn't look like that.
Let's leave it there. Olivia, thanks very much for that look through the media. More news coming up very soon here on France 24. Do stay with us.